and that's going to be a real test of how well you know your own teammates.
DiegoB with a thumbs up, B-rad. Silent.
Both players waiting to make the other one to make the first move. B-rad has felt comfortable playing his Goblin Hut, and look how far up that Goblin Hut is. It is so far in the middle that it is designed to grab any sort of Hog Riders or Giants that are played in either lane. The danger of playing it up that far is Flying Machine can just poke it from right across the river.
That's right. Looks like B-rad's going to be playing a Flying Machine Goblin Hut deck. This is known for utilizing that kind of poison bait, fireball bait style to get damage in whenever your opponent throws a spell away. Flying Machine does go down, though, to that Baby Dragon, and it's going to be Zappies on defense from B-rad to try to handle this relatively large attack from DiegoB. Tornado pulls them all into the center. Baby Dragon can't quite get the splash damage that it was looking for on tower, but does get the connection in there. That invisible Royal Ghost couldn't get the distraction that B-rad needed there.
1919 left on the bottom right tower. Now that was a good year. End of the Great War. Peace returns.
Right side's going to be defense as we get a little bit of a history lesson here from the Rumham.
Yeah, all right, so we have, now these last three cards in B-rad's deck, if it's following the one that we all know, it's probably what, P.E.K.K.A., Poison, Log? Is that what you expect those last three cards to be? I think we might see a P.E.K.K.A. here on the right lane again.
Yeah,
no, B-rad's deck.
Oh, and B-rad's deck, yeah. Decent chance of that. We have seen these sorts of control decks perform with similar cards in the past. You know, there's always an opportunity to move in with something unique and different, but this is a relatively standard format that hasn't seen a whole lot of variation recently. We've got a Log to roll down the Zappies. Great play there from DiegoB. And a Tornado to pull the Royal Ghost onto the King Tower. Great defensive advantage now, as DiegoB's King will be activated and available to pop down any miners that might be trying to sneak in for the back.
Golem played in the very far back, so DiegoB has revealed his hand. We are looking at Golem Double Prince. This is one of the biggest, toughest beatdown decks in the entire format. So here's what you look at. You've got a ton of really sturdy mid-range troops. None of these are removed by any of the small or medium spells that you see in the meta right now. So spells are not going to be good enough. You're going to have to actually fight them. And when you fight them, they just tornado everything together and take advantage of Log and Baby Dragon splash damage to punch through.
Super impressive hit there from DiegoB, just barely short of being able to break through B-rad's defenses, but DiegoB with a little bit of an elixir advantage will set up a Golem in the back there. Gonna take a little bit more chip damage from the Binder, but remember that King Tower is activated, giving him a lot of an easier time taking out that Miner. Right side still at 1068. Will the Miner God B-rad be able to hold on against DiegoB? This P.E.K.K.A.'s gonna sure give him a great opportunity to chop apart this Golem.
Zappy's getting tornadoed together, so the Baby Dragon can finish him off. Poison comes down for B-rad, trying to weaken all of these pushing troops together. Even though none will die to Poison, it's pretty hard to deny that your Poison is doing like thousands of damage against so many different troops built up.
And here's the breakthrough moment for DiegoB, the double Prince charge out the right lane. Too much for B-rad to be able to stop, and even though he got DiegoB Tower down the right side to triple digits, couldn't finish it off. Well done to DiegoB, a 1-0 victory in this first game of the best-of-3 set against B-rad. And tower health is just a resource. You know, there's a great caster who once said that it's only the last hit point on the tower that matters. DiegoB certainly knows that very well and used that to his advantage in building up that massive push on the right side.
Whoever says that in every tournament he casts must be very smart and exceptionally handsome.
And must also have a sweatshirt that has his own face on there.
You know, I think
he's not a ham at all.
The coolest people on Earth have their clothing with their own face on it.
Wait, I don't have clothing with my own face on it.
Yeah, it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Ouch.
DiegoB puts the Mega Minion in the back. Lava Hound for B-rad comes up in the middle. B-rad is actually, I think, one of the most masterful players, but not necessarily one of the most diverse. I've actually seen him only run about 3 or 4 different decks at tournament level play.
B-rad is just
really good with all of them
right now. That's an amazing hit from B-rad out the right side, connecting on the tower with the Flying Machine, Lava Hound, and now sitting in a very aggressive, and I'd say warranted balloon. He thought probably that DiegoB didn't have quite enough defense to be able to handle that, but with a clever Mega Minion right on top of the balloon, barely is able to handle it. B-rad now down a little bit in elixir, but still got a massive hit on DiegoB's left side, or right side rather, in the first minute.
Going back to fall season, B-rad came into that season as the consensus best miner player in the world, but with bans in the CCGS fall season, people felt very comfortable just banning miner against him. He developed into one of the best Hog Rider players in the world and has also picked up Lava Loon as a third deck. So while he's not exactly the most diverse pro player in the scene, I do think that he is completely deadly with any of the decks that he has decided to play because he's so committed to learning every interaction, every in and out of whatever decks he's decided to stick with.
Fans of Team Queso cheering on DiegoB with a vamos in chat. The Dark Prince going to get a connection out the right side. No, just barely missing it. In fact, the guards get the catch in there, and that's going to be another opportunity for B-rad to counterattack. Lava Hound with the Mega Minion. Guards stabbing the tower down. Means if there is no more right side for DiegoB, a 1-0 lead for B-rad as we go into double elixir time now.
This looks like the exact same deck that we saw at DiegoB in the last game. Golem comes down, and we're now in double elixir time. So Golem has a pretty good opportunity to take this tower on the left side, but it's not like B-rad is short on elixir. He's got plenty of tools to defend against this. It's going to come down to some pretty serious mechanical skill. Now, DiegoB, by the way, I was just talking about B-rad. DiegoB had a great performance at the King's Cup 2 last year, made the top 8 and was picked onto one of the 8 teams. That was a really fun event. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of DiegoB in 2018.
Double Prince attack out the left lane, and DiegoB's got a chance here to take the tower down. He's got a lot to contend with, though. Mega Minion and Tombstone defense, but the Prince is connected, and that's all he needs. Left side has been pulverized, and DiegoB will be able to put this thing into overtime. Mega Minion and a Baby Dragon on defense up top for the left side is going to give DiegoB just enough to be able to finish off a little bit of this counter push. Looks like a B-rad might have the opportunity to go at it again, though. Mega Minion and Flying Machine get the Lava Hound to help him out.
Forces a poison out of to get that Flying Machine and Mega Minion, despite how low health they were, if they were able to lock onto the tower, they would have represented a gajillion damage. So I like that it forced a poison out of DiegoB. It kept him alive for now, but it put him behind an elixir. Here comes the balloon! Oh, it does drop!
Crashing in hard on the left lane with death damage on top. That'll finish the tower off. B-rad holds on to his lead. Duke it out in this tiebreaker match. DiegoB shaking it off a little bit, getting his shoulders limbered up, ready for the final game against B-rad.
Both are given the good luck early, hitting 10 elixir, letting the other player make the first move, and B-rad is going to go in with the Tombstone. That means B-rad is playing Lava Loon again, and it looks like DiegoB might be playing that same Golem deck again. Yeah, looks like it.
Machine, yeah, at the right side. We'll be able to pop down this Dark Prince.
DiegoB puts his hand on his forehead because he realized he missed the Flying Machine. You can see where the shadow of the Flying Machine is. It was just one tile outside the poison, and that means it is there adding more and more value. Mega Minion eventually does take it out, but that was 4 elixir that was meant for the Flying Machine, ended up not touching it at all.
B-rad's Flying Machine down now, though. It's up to the Mega Minion to swat it down. Defensive Baby Dragon not going to get too much value against this Lava Hound. It just doesn't do enough damage against single target opponents. Fortunately, though, for DiegoB, the Lava Hound can't get a whole lot of damage in. It's better as a tank than as a spank. B-rad on defense goes down to 13-19 out the right side.
Baby Dragon gets picked off from the sky. Baby Dragon, great at fighting troops, pretty terrible at fighting towers. Very low single target damage, really meant for clearing out swarms. But that balloon is going to connect. What is Diego? Oh, okay, he wants to pull it over to the King Tower.
That's a heavy hit to have to suffer just to get your King Tower activated, though. You might as well have just let that tower on the right side die and save onto the 3 elixir. 521 is not a good defensive setup for DiegoB whatsoever, but we've seen him be able to counter push out the opposite lane and get value in there. That's the poison we were looking for last time, clipping the tower, Tombstone, and that Flying Machine. Golem is still making it a little bit closer here, and with the log rolling through, just barely short of knocking down those guards.
Guards are so good against Golem because they have a slightly longer attack range than Skeletons. They got those little spikes, little spears, so they poke from a little bit of a distance, which means that they do not get caught in the Golem's explosion radius. Skeletons, Goblin Gang, all those cards will clobber up onto the Golem, and then when the Golem explodes with its death damage, it knocks it out. Not true of Guards, and that's one of the reasons why they've been making a huge comeback in this meta.
Bit of a desperate response here from DiegoB. Sends in the Baby Dragon and Tornado to deal with this balloon. Doesn't take any damage on the right side, but he would prefer to be playing left lane, it seems. He marches in the right side with a Golem, though, and how will he be able to follow up against a Lava Hound Flying Machine push? This is looking absolutely deadly. I'm not sure what DiegoB can do to respond.
Lava Hound slowly chipping it away. DiegoB is trying to go for a push with only 25 seconds left. He knows that his hope is all in the offense here because that Lava Hound has already gotten that tower within, poison, fireball, zap range. So that's pretty much done. B-rad's got to hope, or I'm sorry, DiegoB has to hope right here for a big push. DiegoB, who won game 1, is at the risk of losing games 2 and 3 to B-rad.
Oh no, can't hold on, and B-rad scratching his head, trying to figure out what he can do next. DiegoB with seconds left gets the clutch win that he was looking for, tearing the right side tower down. He hasn't taken victory just yet, but with double prints on the King Tower at triple digits, DiegoB will go in for the hard final kill with a golem on his opponent's side of the arena.
It's a base race! Didn't see it!
Base race from Ham, Lava Hound on the left side tower, but it can't get enough damage in there. Tombstone to block his golem out back, but that's not going to be able to get the work done on defense. DiegoB pounds his fist. He's got the damage in there. B-rad has been eliminated. The golem pulverizing that King Tower like an avalanche. Well played, DiegoB from Team Queso will move on.
A massive exhale from DiegoB on stage. He realized that he was maybe 30 seconds away from being knocked out of this tournament, but he